What's up, guys? It's Don Diego Trading here today to bring you hot takes, market updates, and new upcoming sets. I have my one and only brother with me today as my first guest. Welcome.
You may have seen me from the TikTok video. I gave my brother soccer cards for Christmas.
Your 1 minute to fame that I let you in.
Yeah.
Well,
Thanks.
so everyone always asks me from the podcast that I've been in and, talking to people on Instagram from Don Diego Trading, how did it all start, right? And I always say, my brother and I used to collect since we were kids. So why don't we talk about our backstory, maybe how we started collecting and how it was back then versus how it is now.
Yeah, I mean, I think, go ahead.
So for me, it was more like I was forced to go to card shows with you and our dad, and it was like misery. And it was mostly, I feel like it was mostly sports back then. Like I don't remember a lot of Pokemon being out at the card shows. Do you?
No, I mean, like if you think back 20 years ago, 15 years ago, like the only thing, everything was driven by baseball. Like even when I was a kid, like thinking about like all the other sports, like I had some basketball cards, but like if you had collected anything other than baseball, you would have gotten them really cheap and you'd be incredibly rich right now. I feel like it was a lot of baseball. I collected a lot of Magic when I was younger. I still do because I play the game, but Pokemon started to come in as like a major force, and then it kind of got quiet for a little bit, and then it's really grown ever since. But it's probably the most powerful, I would say, like trend recently. And I think like there's a lot of just interest in the cards and the content around it. It's just a lot more fun than other things, and I think they're embracing, like the cards embrace collecting.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I remember, like the baseball cards, and I absolutely can't stand baseball. So to me, it was super boring and like it just wasn't fun. And then I feel like now it's fun, Pokemon, like the art's so epic. We have the modern sets, which we have Chilling Reign coming out, which I think is my favorite upcoming art. We can get into that. One of the newest sets releasing in the US is Chilling Reign.
Yeah, I mean, I think like if you want to get into specifics, I think your little back wall says it all. I mean, 15 years ago, people, like I said, baseball, you have Fortnite. Like I'm looking behind what you have there. Congrats on the new space cereal box. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of options now, and I think it's just like if you're on any Instagram or whatever, TikTok, like you can find people that collect just about anything, which is totally different. I think it's making it more fun. But you have a lot of Pokemon, you have a lot of Fortnite. Like, how do you decide? Like, how did you get into Fortnite?
Well, I started playing
Other
Fortnite.
than me killing you in the game,
All right. I pretty sure
not
I
killing you, but like I
picked
get
you
a
up,
lot of kills.
picked you up the other day and won the solo on myself after you died again, but it's fine. So the main goal of the show is to kind of talk about what's going on in the market, have some fun, talk about some breaking news, recent auctions, and yeah, just talk about what's going on in Pokemon and sports too. So with that being said, last night, the 27th, was the PWCC auction. Now I noticed something interesting in this auction. You know I love my gold stars. So last night I saw that the gold stars were on fire. We saw record highs for some of these cards. And I noticed that the WotC cards did not do as well as the gold star cards. So I feel like we're seeing a little bit of like a difference here than the recent trends.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's right. There was some. I just think it's a shift in attention, right? It's like we had a whole year of everyone being kind of getting back into the hobby, and the first place you go is kind of the OG WotC cards. That's what I hate to bring it up again, but like that's what Logan Paul opened. That's when we really saw the price go crazy on some of the first edition base cards. People are saying, oh, it's a bubble, like the prices are way down after one, kind of retracement. But to me, it's like, the prices can't go up forever. Take a break.
Yeah.
Like you can keep an eye on it. If you want to buy some of those WotC cards, maybe you'll have a good chance to do it. I mean, the prices were nuts, like
Yeah.
on
I mean,
some of
I've
them
been
for a
saying,
while.
I was thinking the market has to eventually stabilize, right? Like after the hype dies down of like the Logan Pauls and these crazy box breaks that we've been seeing.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like at least it's a shift in attention. It's like, okay, all right, well, we looked at WotC for a year. It's like, what's the next natural progression? I think like as you learn more about the space, you find out, you know, about different cards and chase cards, and you know, you have the illustrator level like crazy promos and gold stars and full arts and everything. So you kind of like pick and choose your spots, I guess.
Yeah.
One of
Speaking
your
of,
favorite cards set
yeah,
a record high
which
last
one?
night. The birthday Pikachu
Oh my
holo.
God, I know. What did it go for?
It's
6?
like I think it was like 6.5 K.
I love that
But
card. Every time I
yeah,
see that card, I want to get it.
yeah. I mean, I think it's like you fall in love with certain cards in the art, and a lot of times they're not these like base cards. They're the promos that have like that unique appeal
Yeah.
to
I
them. I
mean,
know you've done a lot of
yeah,
videos on that.
my favorite are the Japanese promos. I just feel like I'd personally, I mean, you know this, I'd rather collect rarer cards. I mean, obviously we know like the first edition Charizard is a rare card, but that's not what I mean. I mean like the promo cards, like the Japanese promo cards, for instance, like the Pokepark card. Not a lot of people know about that, and I feel like it's a really cool addition to my collection.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. I saw your story. I mean, and then I kind of Googled what Poke Park was and like how it was a touring theme park like in Japan, and there was cards connected to it. That's why I started to kind of get interested in these promos, because there's such an interesting backstory that connects them. You know, it's not just, oh, I
Yeah,
bought a pack in the store and I got the
right,
card, which is fun in its own right, but
right.
sometimes it's fun to chase down the history of these
Yeah,
cards.
like each one has its own story. You know,
Yeah.
it's just that to me is kind of why I love collecting right now. I'm really into that. So I mean, what do you think? Are Japanese cards kind of closing the gap right now?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, it's crazy to think about, right? That Japanese cards, obviously Pokemon's a Japanese thing, like the cards came out first, but like I was looking at it, the Japanese base set was based in 1996. It was 3 years later until the US got their first cards in 99, which is kind of crazy to think about. Like, and me, like a lot of time I'm in the sports world, and it's like, okay, if you're looking at like what a rookie card is, if a card came out 3 years before the other card, you'd never even consider the other card like a comparable rookie. But so I think Japan and Japanese editions are getting some love. They're not as cheap as they were. I feel like they were dirt cheap for a while, and
Yeah,
now it's like at least like a comparable gap.
totally. In fact, I mean, some are more just because of the like the quality of the card. It's just made better. You ever see like older Japanese cards first, you know, first edition American cards? Just the condition in itself is way better.
Yeah, and um, you know, I think the condition of the cards is better in some regards. Sometimes the set design is better, and I think the big thing is also, like you said before, the exclusive art.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like you won't get the promo card will be exclusive to Japan. It was the only really like English specific promo card. I know you spent a lot of time talking about it. Well, not the only, but the big one from last year was the special delivery Pikachu.
Yeah.
So it's pretty rare to get the English only promos.
Speaking of, when do you think we'll get those back from PSA?
It seems like they're going faster at PSA. I don't know. Who knows?
Hopefully.
I feel like I sent like some sports cards to them. At this point, I just assume they're never coming back, so it's a nice surprise if anything does. I got to order
Yeah,
back on some soccer cards from last summer, so we'll see.
we'll see. All right. Let's jump to what is up and coming. So I just got the Jet Black and Silver Lance, literally just got here. I can't wait to open that. Have you seen the art on that, and how epic is it?
Yes, I mean, I saw some of your posts. It looks like I didn't even know. I'm going to be honest with you. I'd never seen the horse Pokemon before. I don't know if it's new or I'm like sounding dumb here, but it just looked like a really cool set. I think I liked how they split it into two sets in
Yeah,
Japan, which kind of have different themes. And I know that's coming to the U.S. as Chilling Rain
right.
in a few months, but I think it's actually going to be a really cool set just based on the art. Like and I
Yeah,
think that's a simple way to evaluate it, but it's also important. Like you've seen, if the art doesn't hit, like it almost, otherwise it's either like a Charizard chase set, and if not, it has to have that compelling art.
right, right. So the two sets, the Japanese, the Silver Lance and the Jet Black, are coming in as one to the US called Chilling Rain. So are we going
Get
to
it? Like a horse, rain,
Hmm,
rains on a horse.
that makes sense.
That's what. But also rain like a king. Like it's like a
Yeah,
double.
that's what I thought. Yeah, that makes sense. And it is a very like chilly ice blue type of set.
Hmm.
Um, so I was gonna say, are we gonna see a mix of these two sets, like the Silver Lance and the Jet Black, into one for the US? Like, is
Yeah,
that the vibe that's going on here?
that's what usually happens. I think like sometimes they leave cards out, like in battle styles. There was only one set in the U.S., but that came from two Japanese sets. And I think like what happens, hopefully they don't leave the good cards out.
Yeah.
Shiny Star V, we've talked about it, had the Marnie
Hmm.
Hollow in Japan. It didn't make it to the U.S. in Shining Fates, although apparently I saw on Real Breaking Nate's podcast that there's a Marnie box coming out this summer that's going to have
Yes.
the card as a promo.
Yes.
Um,
I
but
heard that.
I don't get it. Like I'm not I don't work for the Pokemon company, but I don't understand why they leave certain cards out. But we'll see. I think Chilling
Yeah.
Rain will be good.
I think
We'll
it's gonna
see
be
how.
really cool. We should. I mean, I definitely want to open that and do like a something, an auction or a stream or something. That'll be fun. But okay, we also have EV Heroes coming out,
Yeah,
which it's my favorite thing ever. I love the EV evolutions. We have Espeon, Umbreon, Vaporeon. Like, this set is going to be so lit.
yeah. I don't. That to me seems like one of the. This is like what, the 25th anniversary year. Like to me, like that's going to be like the biggest set of the year. Everyone,
Yeah,
I probably would
interesting.
have said the same thing about Shining Fates, but it's
Yeah,
weird how Shining Fates hasn't been strong.
I know.
But in term, EV Heroes is great because it's not a Charizard set, so like let's go chase all the evolutions down. Like that, it's just a great idea, and I think
It's a great idea, and I wonder if anything like that has ever come out. Like, have any other Pokemon had their like evolutions come out? It makes me wonder.
well, that Eevee's unique because it has like what, 9 evolutions,
Yeah,
but
and they're all so
I guess the
cute.
Vivid Voltage set was like a Pikachu set, but it's
Yeah,
different. This will have more, I think, diversity.
yeah, and the art's very modern and like loud, and it's really cool.
Yeah, I think that'll be huge. I don't know. It's hard to get your hands on any product at this point, like even like the
Yeah.
lesser interest sets, but that one I think is going to be big.
All right, cool. So we have two big sets coming. We talked about the PWCC auction, about the gold stars and the WotC cards, Japanese promos. I think we covered a lot. Anything else up and coming, or should we get into our hot or not segment?
Yeah, and I mean this segment, the fans want to see you react. Do you want to show your new piece of art that you got?
Oh
It's
yeah,
behind you. You're blocking it.
sorry. I got this from a fan. What the heck? Like, I have a fan? How cool is that?
What is
I
the meaning of it?
love you guys so much. So this guy, Jay on Instagram, DM'd me and he said, "What's your favorite Pokemon and your non-favorite Pokemon?" Obviously, Dark Persian is my favorite Pokemon. Anyone that knows me, and of course, Lara Croft from Tomb Raider. And he absolutely killed it. So thank you so much.
Nice.
So I have at least one fan. If anyone wants to see this segment go off.
Well, congratulations. I'm just sitting here with a bare wall, and I'm sure I have a ton of fans also.
I tell people about you though. When I was on Breaking Nate's podcast and Shivam, and I said, you know what, my brother, he got me into this, and you are really like the brains behind a lot of the sports stuff. I feel like we're teaching each other, like I'm the Pokemon master and you're kind of like good at sports. And I think you'll get a fan maybe one day.
Cool. Yeah, my mom sometimes says nice things to me.
That's funny. She doesn't say nice things to me. Just
All
kidding.
right, so
Love you, Mom.
I have 6 topics in mind, and I'm gonna to spit them at you. I know you haven't seen them yet, and I
Okay.
want you to tell me if these things are hot or not. All right.
Okay. Like rapid fire, just hot or not.
Yeah, and you can give
Okay.
an expert. I might disagree with you, but I'm gonna start here. And
Okay.
this one's easy, I guess. So, hot or not, cats.
Obviously hot.
Why?
Why?
I don't know. Some people like dogs.
I can't believe that some people like dogs more. I have a dog too, don't get me wrong. I love my dog, God bless him, but
So
cats are
you're
just
not a fan
so.
of your dog?
No, I said I love my dog, God bless him. God. But if you recall, you bought me 2 cats for my birthday this year.
I recall, yes.
Hot.
Hot. All right, so that's one for the hot column. All right. The Celebi Jet Black Lance promo card.
Hot, 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 hot. I just talked about this on the Poke Tea Time podcast with Not Shivam and Pokemon Yizzy, which will be out later this week. You guys should go listen to it. I called this card the sleeper of the week. We've seen crazy hype on this card, right? Like the price has gone up almost every day. I don't know where it's sitting right now. I think it's sitting at like $100 right now for the card. Hot,
Yeah,
hot, hot,
basically.
hot. The art is
Red hot.
Yeah, red hot.
It's crazy. The promo, that card is more expensive than the box.
That's
And granted, you can't get the
crazy.
card in the box because it's a promo card, but that's kind of crazy to think about. That's definitely hot. Might be too hot. All right. Graded video games.
Hot.
Hot.
Hot. I I got the Final Fantasy VII, the Zelda. Oh, it's behind me somewhere. The Wind Waker Zelda. I don't know if you could see it, and I really want to add Tomb Raider to my collection. Hot.
Nice. So 3 hots so far.
3 hots.
All right. TikTok commenters, hot or not?
I'm gonna go not, because some of y'all really be having bad days and taking it out on me. Someone commented on my TikTok that I look like DaBaby yesterday, and honestly, that was really funny. That was like one of the nicer ones. No, some people are really nice and supportive, but some people just wake up and like choose to.
People are weird on the internet. I think
Yeah.
that's all. Like, people are just weird. It's fine. I guess it's fine. I don't know. I don't comment on a lot of stuff on like
Right.
unless it really moves me.
Yeah. Like
And even
me
then,
too. Like even then, I don't like it would take a lot for me to type out the comment and hit send.
it's nice to drop a like. I mean, I think I don't know. Are
Yeah.
most comments positive? It is the weird ones that stand out, but I feel like
Yeah.
most are generally positive.
Generally, most of them are positive, but like the ones that are bad are just so bad that I gotta go not for this.
All right, this is our first not in the hot column. So let's get back into the potential hotness of what are we thinking? CGC graded cards. I think there was a ton of them in the PWCC auction for the first time. Are we hot or not, CGC?
Okay, personal, don't come at me for this. I'm gonna go not.
Why?
I just feel like as a collector, I want to choose what adds the most value to my collection if I do decide to sell it, and to me that's PSA. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it seemed like there were some discounts on buying the CGC card, so I wonder if a lot of people are just going to buy them and then crack them.
Yeah, totally. That's what I think. I got to go not. Sorry.
All right. Another not column. All right. Last but not least, we talked about it, the promo that didn't come over, that might come over this summer. Marnie, one of the bigger cards out right now, the Marnie card from Shiny Star V. Hot or not?
Hot. I got a lot of backlash for this one, but on like a stream or something, we were popping the Shiny Star V, and I said I really want to pull like the Marnie over the Charizard, and people were like, "What? Like you want Marnie over Charizard?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I love Charizard. I got love for the big guy, but I don't know. Like the Marnie cards are so hot, going hot."
All right, so pretty good. We had 4 hots, 2 nots, CGC cards, and TikTok commenters head into the trash bin this week.
R.I.P. You trash. Just kidding.
So that wraps it up.
Did you guys like our hot or not segment? Oh, I guess
I liked it. Are you asking me?
Drop a comment. Yeah, this is our first episode. I hope it was fun, you guys. Like I said, we're just here to kind of talk about the market updates, upcoming sets, collection ideas, some fun segments. Maybe we'll add in some more fun segments. I like the hot or not.
Yeah, that was fun. I agreed with you across the board on the most part. So maybe we should bring a guest on to do a little debate on these
Yeah.
topics next time.
Wait, you agree even with the cats?
I mean, yeah, I don't like any animals. Sure. Like, why would you say not to? You don't have to own an animal. Like,
True.
I don't think, I'd probably rank like iguanas ahead of cats in terms of what I'd want to buy, but I don't currently own any animals.
Yeah,
Uh,
you don't. I have 4.
that's cool.
All right. So should we wrap it up? Should we
That's
leave
it
with
for
like
me.
a thank you so much for joining Don Diego Trading?
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.